Yes, Rob. What's happening, brother?
How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me clear, Rob?
Yeah, clear, mate. Yeah,
Sweet, sweet. How's things, bro?
yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Had a bit of flu and that over the last couple of weeks, like, but seems to have gone now, like. So yeah, all good, mate. What about yourself?
Christy, mate, just the same. I'm hating this cold weather, like.
Shit, innit? Can't hack it, mate. It's fucking
I'm
horrible.
thinking out nothing better now to be living in a hot country, like.
Yeah, me, mate. Better than
Out
fucking
20 million in the
minus
country.
minus fucking 5.
Yeah, I know, mate. Bad, especially on the morning, mate. Defrosting that windscreen, mate. It's no good.
Well, you're up north as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh, fucking, I bet it's worse up there, mate.
freezing, mate. Absolutely freezing. And polar bear in my garden this morning. But what's been happening, mate, since your last outing with Brett May?
Fucking hell. Well, I was I was up to fight on the BKFC Newcastle one night, but so it was a bit of a whirlwind, really. I took that late notice myself. I think it was it 4 weeks or 3 weeks? I think I found out about 4 to 5 weeks before. Then it all got made like confirmed and official about 4 weeks or just under 4 weeks. I'd been ticking over in the gym, but not like sort of fight camp or anything like that. But just doing what you do outside camp and ticking over. I was reasonably fit and stuff like that. So I stepped in to fight a lad called Fergal Lumby.
Yeah, from it's up north, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up Newcastle, I think. Yeah. He lost his opponent. I think his opponent got injured or something like that. So Andy Bakewell was like, "Do you want to jump on?" And me being me, of course, mate. I'm looking to get on as many of these shows as I can. Like, so I was like, yeah. Spoke to my coach. Coach was happy with it. Then I think 2 days later or 3 days later, maybe might have been a little bit longer than that actually, maybe a week. Yeah, it was a week. The first one, he dropped out a week after with COVID. So I was like gutted. I didn't know like what was going to happen, if they were going to get me anyone, but Bakewell said he would. With it being such short notice as well, it was like 3 weeks away. So I was like, right, okay, let's see what you can do and that. No, he originally offered me. I think the first name that popped up was Jack Draper.
Yeah.
So I was scheduled to fight Jack on the Wembley show originally. That was before I was matched with Brett, but unfortunately he couldn't do the date moved to August from July, so Jack couldn't do it. So yeah, I was originally matched with Jack. So I sent it over to my coach, and he said, "Listen, mate, I need you on a full camp to fight Jack Draper. He's high skill set, good level. He's 5-0 or 6-0 or something like that." So coach wasn't keen on it. I think Jack was quite disappointed with me not taking the fight.
Is Jack Draper 6-0 in bare knuckle?
5-0, yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was unbeaten. I thought he'd got beaten BKB.
No, I think he's got a draw or a no contest, maybe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but he's much more experienced than me, mate. So
yeah, he's a good fighter, Jack Draper, mate.
Good fighter, mate, and he's a good lad as well. Got a lot of time for Jack. But my coach said, need a full camp on him, mate. It's simple as that. Like, you need to be fully prepared for a fighter like that, and that's in respect to Jack's level, mate. So, I think Jack was a bit disappointed with it, and I think he might have like seen his arse a little bit, obviously, because he wanted to fight and stuff. I wanted to fight, mate, but I have to go with what my coach said. We were then thrown. I think Bakewell got about 5 names. Yeah, he done well, mate. To be fair, he got. I can't even remember all the lads' names. We said yes to all of them though. Basically, they were more suitable for taking a fight in 3 weeks. So, I think one was couldn't do it because he just had a baby, which is fair enough. And then there was a couple of others we said yes to. Anyway, it landed on Charlie Milner, who's a pro MMA heavyweight like myself. So suitable fight. That was sort of sorted within 3 or 4 days after. But then, unfortunately, Charlie cut his eye open in work. I think he's a builder or something like that, or might be a scaffolder, I'm not sure. But he split his eye open. He sent me a picture, and it was stitch work needed and stuff. So it was like, oh, fucking hell, another one. And then I said yes to 2 more guys, but nothing come back on them really. And then I got offered, the last one was Matt Shippen, who's actually one of Andrew Bakewell's Thai fighters.
Yeah.
Big unit, mate. He's like, I think he's
I've seen him, mate. He's a proper tank, isn't he?
So I sent him to my coach, and I got offered him and another lad, and my coach picked him, and I was like, you must fucking not like me or something here. Put me in with this. And but to be fair, I'm a big guy myself, aren't I? So I think he's 6'8". I think he's fucking built like Anthony Joshua. He's fucking chiseled like. So that was good to go. He agreed to it. Obviously he was Andy's lad, so it would have been, I believe, the 2 biggest lads ever to share a BKFC ring ever. I think we're 6'8", 6'4". I'm 132 kilo each, so it would have had some eyes on it, mate. It would have been like something to put on. Do you know what I mean? Like the general public, the bare knuckle fans, and that, it would have had eyes on it. So I got really excited for it, mate. So yeah, and then the fight day, as far as I'm aware, it was all going ahead, and then unfortunately he caught a sickness bug, mate, and one of them things where you can't fight if you're poorly, mate. I suppose he was throwing up and all sorts. So we got to Newcastle, all the way from like North Wales, Chester, and unfortunately the lad pulled out the fight. So yeah, I was absolutely gutted, mate. It was.
I seen you in the weighing room, didn't I? And you were on the Friday, and you were fucking devastated, man.
I was, mate, because you just get your hopes up for it so much, and then the prep and stuff like that, and for it to fall apart last minute like that, I was there, or seen all the other lads. I was like, I had the buzz, but then I knew I weren't fighting, and I was like, oh, fuck's sake. I was like, oh, I wish I was. So then we made the decision. Like, I spent a lot of money, mate. It cost me like, fucking hell, that day cost me about 400 quid. Just with train tickets and taxis and stuff, and because I paid for my coach to come up with me, because I don't expect him to pay for stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so we made the decision. We were going to stay, because obviously we had the hotel booked, and was going to stay and watch it live. And I was just like, I was looking at my bank balance, and I was like, fuck's sake, I don't think with not fighting, I can't afford this weekend. It was too close to Christmas, and I was like, made the decision. As hard as it was, I turned around to Graham, my coach, and I was like, should we get the train home today? It's probably going to work out cheap. It was another 100 quid, but I would have spent that easily watching the fights with drinks and food all day and stuff. And so I thought, yeah, well, he was losing out on work and stuff as well, so I felt bad. He was all right with it. He said, whatever you want to do, mate, we'll stay. If you want to stay and watch, he said, it's your call. So I just made the decision. I thought, like, with not fighting and stuff, it was the best move. But to be fair to BKFC and Andrew Bakewell, mate, they're honouring a 50% purse for me.
Oh yeah, that's fucking sound. That
fucking amazing. I've never had a fight promoter do that for me. I've never come across anyone that's done that before when fighters are pulled out. And I've had fucking loads in the amateurs, mate. Amateur MMA fights. I think I had 7 fights and fucking 18 pullouts or something in 7 fights. It's ridiculous how much it's happened to me. Ask anyone that knows me close, mate. I've probably had more pullouts for fights than anyone. I've never. Well, there's been the odd occasion where I've actually fought to a meta fight. Like, I've had pullouts on fight day before, like an hour before the fight and stuff. It's just crazy, mate. I don't know if it's heavyweights and that because of my size or what, but it's just happened. It's one of them things. But yeah, fair play to Andy Bakewell, mate. He's honoured that for me, and it's obviously recouped the expenses I had on the day, plus with a small little wage for it as well.
Yeah, sweet, mate. I'm buzzing for you for that, mate. Obviously, it's made it worth your while going up there and showing your face and what have you in it.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I made the effort to come, even though, like, well, we didn't know. I suppose, to be honest, we were like, I think we were in York when we found out. So it's like it was the next stop or 2 stops away. So it's like, so we head on the train. I was just like, oh fuck, my coach was asleep, and I was like poking. I was like, gee, wake up, man. And he went, "Are we there?" And I went, "No, the fucker's pulled out." And he was like, "You're fucking kidding me." I was like, "You can't, mate." But it was a sign of things to come. I had so much drama that week. Like, I posted tickets out for some people because of the fucking post strikes. Tickets never arrived, so I had to pay 80 quid for a couple of tickets that didn't go to someone. And then I sorted some tickets out for Aggie Faulkner's lads.
Yeah.
Posted them to Aggie. The fucking tickets hadn't come because of the post strike, so we had to get the names put on the door. So Bakewell and Hannah put the names on the door for us, which was sound. And then I got an email the fucking night before I was coming up saying your train was cancelled, so I had to get a later train. And I made a joke to the missus and said, "This is fucking doing me head in this. Watch him pull out tomorrow," and he did. I was like, oh. But yeah, it is what it is, mate. Can't do anything about it now. So
yeah, Jack Draper's just commented there. He put, I'm not going to lie, I was very disappointed, but it's more for my own selfish reasons. I still got massive respect for you, Rob, mate.
Yeah, I respect that, Jack, mate. I thought you were, mate, and I can only apologise, but like I said, mate, it was in due respect to your level. I took it to my coach straight away. We were matched, like I said, for Wembley, so it wasn't about ducking or anything like that, mate. I'll get in there with anyone as long as I'm prepared to fight someone. And in my eyes, and obviously in my coach's eyes, he sees you as one of the top lads in the country. So it was just out of respect to your level, mate. So I am sorry. I know you had the fight fall through with Decker and stuff that was meant to happen as well. So yeah, apologies on that part, mate. We can do it again next year on a full camp. Neither of us would pull out, so it would make a good fight in the future, mate. So, and I hope you have a good Christmas and the kids do, Jack, mate. Like I said, sorry about that, man.
Yeah, custody, mate. And it'll make a great fight for the future. And as you say, mate, with no respect, you obviously want to be at your very best, don't you?
That's it, mate. Yeah, like,
and it's bare knuckle. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not here for to make numbers up with it, mate. I want to make a career in this, so I want to be at my best in the ring when I'm fighting. If I go in there with a guy of Jack's level and I know I'm not at my best, I'm not giving the crowd the respect in regards to, because I'm not giving my best version of myself against a guy like that. And then everyone that buys tickets and stuff, and then in myself, I know as well, I wouldn't have been fully prepared for that fight. So if it was 8 weeks, I had an 8-week camp for him. Like I said, we trained to fight each other at Wembley, and it unfortunately couldn't happen. So yeah, it was just down to respecting Jack's level, mate.
Yeah, can you see what Jack's put there at the bottom?
Yeah, top man, Jack. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Just thought I'd get that across for you anyway.
Hope you have a good Christmas too, Jack, mate.
Yeah, nice one for jumping on, Jack. Have a good Christmas, pal.
But another one, Rob. I've heard you've got some exciting news about a new signing that you've managing team that you've signed to.
Oh yeah, so I've signed with Kevin Smith over Smith Brothers in America. So I was toying around with the idea of management for a while. It just takes a bit of pressure off things for you when it comes down to getting fights sorted and stuff. Now, in the UK, I'm pretty all right with that myself. I've got a very good relationship with Andrew Bakewell, so when it comes down to stuff like that, I can sort of get these fights booked in myself. But the idea of working with Kevin, he's one of the top guys with BKFC. I think he told me he's missed one show since BKFC 3 or something. Yeah, so you always see him on when you're watching. He's escorting fighters in and out and stuff, and
yeah,
he's got a lot of good fighters on his books as well. So I've been on and off chatting with Kevin for a while, and I wanted to make the right decision with stuff. So I got Andrew Bakewell to have a chat with Dave Feldman for me as well, just to make sure it was like a good move for me. And Dave Feldman spoke his praises highly. So every conversation I had with him, I just felt like it was a guy I connected well with, and he can do stuff for me. So the idea of working with him is to get me over to fight in America, because that's what I want to do. I know Mr. Round has signed with him as well. So
yeah, I've seen David Round. David Round.
Yeah, so it'd be class if we could both get out together and fight on the same card out there or something like so. That's a big goal of mine for next year, is to get out to the States and fight.
Yeah, that'd be unbelievable, like, mate. Hopefully, is it something that they said they're going to be aiming to do with you?
Hope so, mate. Yeah, I'm sort of I've spoken to him a little bit about it. So hopefully mid next year or whenever they can. To be honest, mate, I'd go anytime they can get us over. Like, but that's the whole reason I sort of decided to work with Kevin, because he is stateside.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of sway over there with the BKFC, a good connection, good relationship. So that's like one of the main goals for me, is to get over there and fight. And they've got a lot of good heavyweights in the division, mate. So I want to test myself against these guys. Yeah,
there must be someone you've got your eye on over America, mate, for your debut fight in the States. Got to be someone.
I want to fight Greg Hardy Jr., mate.
Greg Hardy Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good fight, mate.
I want to fight. He hasn't made his debut yet, but I want that fight. I want to fight Greg Hardy Jr.
The big lad as well, isn't he?
He is, mate. Yeah, there's a couple over there that are big. Obviously, there's like Big Ben Rothwell. I think that'd be an interesting fight, because I'm the same size as this guy, mate. So he ain't putting me on the floor like he put Bobo on the floor. And all due respects to Bobo, I'm a big heavyweight. Bobo's very talented, very good, but I just think I offer something a little bit different to what they've got over there, because he could hit me with a sledgehammer, mate, and I'm not going down. So I think I can grind these guys down. I think I've got a style that will cause them a lot of problems. I never got to show it much with Brett because of the way he come into the fight and held and stuff like that, which disappointed me. I've got very, very sharp hands and fast hands for a heavyweight. So
yeah, definitely, mate. The heavyweight division, it's just getting packed, isn't it, with more and more fighters now.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I mean, obviously, we've got big Mickey Terrell over here. He'll be going for his title shot definitely after that performance. If he doesn't, it's an injustice. He's the best. He's the best heavyweight in the division, hands down. I think he's better than all of them. And then there's some other good heavyweights coming through in this country. Like obviously we spoke about Jack and that as well. And but there's some other guys. Aggie impressed me on the Newcastle card. He's very explosive, so I think he'll do well in it. There's some really good fights, not only in the UK, not only in the States, but over here as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. That Greg, who you were on about, Greg Hardy Jr., is it? He fought not long ago, didn't he? What was that in again? I'm vaguely remember him performing not long ago. Was that in like a gloved fight or something?
Gloved, mate. Yeah, he's had a couple. He hasn't made his debut at BKFC.
But he's signed to him, hasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, from what I've seen, he's signed. Like they've announced him, and they said that him and Todd Duffy were going to fight on that December card, but they didn't. Todd Duffy's another fight. I spoke to him a couple of times. We've actually said that we'd fight each other. So if they need someone to come and fight one of these big names and they say it's no risk and stuff, then just throw me in, because I've got nothing to lose with it, mate. Like, and they'll get a shock. Like they just, if they want these big names to fight someone else before fighting each other, I'll jump in with them, mate. I don't care. It's like, I'll probably want, even with flights and whatever and stuff, my purse probably won't cost as much as it would to throw one of the bigger names in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's worth a punt. So hopefully Kevin can work his magic and get something sorted. But yeah, Greg fought gloved. I think he's had a couple of boxing fights now. I think he's won both of them. And just before that, he was obviously with the UFC, wasn't he? So
yeah, I think Joey Beltran would be a good fight for you as well for the first fight over there.
Yeah, another good name. Obviously, he's been with them for years, hasn't he? So
the big name, figure in it, Joey Beltran.
That's what I mean. Yeah, big name. He had the title, didn't he, as well? So
yeah.
That's what I mean. Any of these names that stand out, I'd look at anyone over there, mate. But there's Greg Hardy's the fighter once. I just want I want to get in there with him, because or Ben Rothwell, but I don't think they'll give me the Ben Rothwell fight. I think they're going to push him towards the top of the pile now.
Yeah. It's not. It should have to start from the bottom like the lads, though, shouldn't it? Because it's a different sport at the end of the day.
There's a lot of guys coming into it have got like these big backgrounds in the UFC or Muay Thai or other boxers and stuff, and they get one fight and then they get title shots, and it's wrong because you've got the likes of like Mick Terrell, Conor Tierney, 6-1, 7-1, or whatever these guys are, and they're still waiting for the title shots, and they're fucking unbelievable fighters, bare knuckle fighters. So it's like, I come from an MMA background, obviously, but I'm not sort of like on the level that these guys were. So we'd have to work our way up. David Rounds had fucking how many fights? Do you know what I mean? And he's got to work his way up. So yeah, it's a bit silly that they get thrown into these title shots straight away, but they draw numbers, they draw pay-per-views.
It's all about, that's what it's about these days, isn't it?
They sell the tickets. People tune in to watch them, mate, and that's how it is.
Yeah, definitely. So did you watch the BKFC Newcastle card, Rob?
I did, mate. Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah, I come home and then we watched it on the app. Yeah.
What fight stood out to you on the night?
Like I said, I thought Mick Terrell was very impressive the way he put Steve Pandabanks away. I'll tell you what, that he can take it, can't he? He took a few shots, man. Tough fella. But he was impressive. A mate of mine, Danny Christie, was flawless again. I know he had a couple of dropout for the fight as well, and but he went in there and done the business. I think he's going to do really well, mate. There's just something about the way he fights and stuff, and he's like a dog. He doesn't give up. He just goes at you and goes at you and goes at you. There's no quitting him. He's a proper fighter.
He's got that whole thing about him as well, the character, the look. He's got
that's everything. It, mate. Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, he'll do well. He's
a good talker. He speaks well. Do you know what I mean? It'll be good to see him build up in the BKFC. I'd like, hopefully they're going to start doing press conferences.
Yeah, you know, like, I think the show did be good. That
before the fight and that.
It builds a profile for the fighters as well. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's something that I'd love to see. It gives us as fighters a little bit more spotlight to get our personalities and the way we are across to people. So like fans get to know us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think Danny obviously was good. The women's fight was brilliant. I really enjoyed the women's fight. Yeah, and obviously Liam Wilson did well with his debut with the promotion. Yeah. Aggie impressed me. I was watching that the first fight of the night, and it was like from the get go, it was like explosive and fun. Like so, there was good. I think that near enough every fight was a good watch, mate. I enjoyed it. It's a really well put together show. Technically, it's the debut, isn't it? Because BKFC 27 was London. That was the Americans bringing it over. I know Bakewell did all the matching and everything else in regards to that, but this was the show that he run himself, and I thought he smashed it out of the park, mate. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was fucking rammed as well, mate. The atmosphere.
I still like a couple of my mates still went up from down the Wirral. They still went up to watch it regardless of me not being on, and they said it was absolutely fucking amazing. Like the atmosphere in there, it was packed out. There wasn't an empty seat, so it's good to see, mate. The first one, and then bring on 2023 with the shows they're putting on. It's going to be class.
Yeah, it is, mate. But really appreciate you coming on, Rob. Before we wrap it up, mate, as always, is there any like sponsors and big ups you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just me loyal sponsors, mate. That have sort of they were on for this fight, and I've got the fight gear on, so I'll just wear it for the next one. Same sponsors on board, so High Grade Sports, Crozier Building, Shrimp, Supology, iCoach. God, trying to remember them now. Chris Redmond Coaching, Roman Construction, Good to Go Recovery. And I think that's it. And then obviously Smith Brothers, my team at Trident Mixed Martial Arts where I train. The lads there, the coaches there. And then the other boxing gyms that obviously I go around for my sparring and training and stuff as well. And then just the usual, mate. Mrs. she's a superstar through everything. Family, usual. Thank you, and obviously Andrew Bakewell for everything he's done for me sort of the last 6 to 8 months with this, mate. It's like opened new doors for me, so I'm eternally grateful, mate.
Yeah, he's a good lad there.
And mate, last but not least, thanks for having me on again. Thank you very much for getting me on the best bare knuckle podcast in the world, mate.
Go on, my mate.
this is going to do big things, mate. You're getting some big names on here, so it's fucking going to take off as well. So yeah, thank you very much for having me on, mate. I love coming on and having a chat and that. So appreciate it, man.
Anytime, Robin. I really appreciate that, mate. It means a lot. Thank you very much for that, bro.
Yeah, no worries, brother.
But we'll stay in touch, mate, like we do as always, and we'll get back on the podcast soon, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, top man.
Thank you very much, Robert. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother.
Ta-ra, bro. Yes, people. Nice one for tuning in. Big respect. I'm going to put all Rob's details in the description of the video so you can head over there, follow his journey in the bare knuckle. Hopefully see Rob out there in America soon, mixing it up with the American guys. Big shout, Tony Meehan in the Red Corner podcast, Jack Draper, Steve Ray, the real John Doe. Big respect, people. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you all have a good night.